do about it? Well, in terms of, okay, we're after the holidays, most people have eaten and drank too much, and most people are at the, the first week in January is a great time for everybody to say, I'm going to clean up my act and I'm going to start fresh. There are a lot of things we can do just right where we are. One of the first things is the decision that you need to detox. Now, if you don't understand the point of detoxing, the chances of you making it a part of your routine is probably slim to none. But if you've ever gone on a really gone through a period of time where you've eaten a lot, just like we have, or drank a lot, you don't feel good. Your body gives you the signals that it has too much. Many times the body will react by pulling you out. You'll get headaches, you'll get stomach flus. It has this mechanism to try and stave off whatever is happening to it. But most of the time people don't listen, and so what they do is they go to the doctor, like I did 30 years ago, and they get drugs which depress the whole system, and they ignore the messages that the body is giving. So we want to avoid that. What we want to do is we want to create a system of detox that becomes a way of life. And there's many simple things you can do. We've mentioned the point about drinking tea, but you can also take a look at the foods that you're eating. We, on a daily basis, ingest many, many toxins. In terms of, we've already mentioned, if you're not eating organic food, you're ingesting a lot of toxins. If you eat a lot of processed foods, you're getting a lot of toxins. If you're drinking, smoking, putting yourselves in environments like that, they would be the first things to eliminate in any form of detox plan that you are doing. Now, if you start off with the food that you eat, just making changes on a daily basis, and adding, instead of drinking coffee, add some herbal teas, you're starting the system, you're relieving pressure on your body, and your body is better able to handle the toxins that it has going on in the system. Slowly but surely. Second area that's really important to deal with is stress. Okay, stress is the mind, stress is the body. Because what stress does is it creates additional toxins that the body normally can't handle. You've all heard of the flight or fright syndrome, where we get all stressed out, and then our bodies create all these toxins, and it's like it can't handle it. So if we're not dealing with stress in a reasonable way, we always will have stress. So the fact that, when people say, well, eliminate stress out of your body, what we really need to do is learn how to relate to stress and how to be able to handle it when we are exposed to it. Some of the stresses we can eliminate, but most stress, you put yourself in situations where you're always faced with stress. Toxic stress. We talked about toxic people. If you have toxic people in your life, they're also going to affect the physiological stress on the body, and your body isn't going to be able to eliminate its normal function in the way it should. The other area in your house that you can take action right away is look under your sink and see the type of chemicals you're using as household cleaners. You will be amazed at the number of chemicals that are in your dishwashing detergent or your laundry detergent that you're exposing yourself to from breathing it in, but also in the clothes you wear. If you're washing your clothes in toxic washing soda, washing powder, your body is going to absorb it. So there's many things you can do on a small basis to make changes. 20 years ago here it was very difficult to find cleaning products that didn't have chemicals, but now you can go to Trader Joe's. Most stores carry a line, and it's a very simple change to make, but very important in terms of the effects that it's going to have on your overall detoxing. So you've made the decision to detox. You're kind of cleaning up your act. You're looking at ways that you can change, simple things that you can change that are not too dramatic. Now let's say you want to take it a step further. What type of cleanse is best for you? There are many, many different types of detox programs on the market. You've got short-term ones that cover a few days to longer period, long-term ones. And really the choice depends on you. No person reacts to a detox program the same. So you have to choose one that suits your lifestyle. one that isn't too dramatic. If you've never detoxed in your life, going on a 10-day fast is probably very unrealistic and probably very unhealthy for you. So a word of caution, if you're on any type of medication, it is very important to check with your healthcare practitioner, because when you start detoxing, it will affect how your medication reacts, and it definitely needs to be monitored. So it's not something that you go cold turkey on and pay no attention to the drugs you're on. What it can do when it's monitored is it can, in the long, thank you very much, in the long term, it can help you reduce the number of drugs you're taking and your dependency on the drugs, but that's something that needs to be monitored with your healthcare practitioner. Other things to take into account. If you, a short-term cleanse is really good to jumpstart your system. And a short-term cleanse could look like maybe a 3-day juice fast. Okay, buy yourself a good blender, get all the organic greens you can find, lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, put them all in, and juice for about 3 days. That gives your body the chance to process the toxins and help to eliminate the ones that you have stored on. So that's a great boost. There's juice fasts, there's different types of fasts. You can go from 3 days to 10 days to 21 days. But you want to graduate. It's always good to start small and then work up to it. Other things that can be done in terms of detoxification is chelation. One of the issues that we all face is we've ingested a lot of metals into our body. And chelation is a method of detoxifying the heavy metals out of your body. Colonics. Anybody here do colonics? They're one of my favorites too. Colonics are a fantastic way. You know, the colon is one of our major organs of elimination, but yet most people pay absolutely no attention to the colon. The cleaner your colon, the cleaner your system is going to be. So colonics are an easy way to add a system on an ongoing basis, a maintenance system to help keep your system functioning the way it's supposed to function. Skin brushing, very simple in the shower. Buy yourself a skin brush and do. Again, our skin is a major organ of elimination, so the more help we give it, the easier it will be for the toxins to get eliminated from our system. So that's a very easy way to do it as well. Long term have to do with change in dietary habits. A lot of people suffer from what I call lifestyle mismanagement. And lifestyle mismanagement is voluntary. Zig Ziglar, a very well-known motivational speaker, said he has never eaten anything. He has never been forced to eat anything. Okay, we all make the choice. We all lift our hand and put our hand to our mouth. So a lot of the times we do it mechanically, and we're not paying attention to what we're putting in our mouth. So making choices in terms of changing our diets, cutting down on red meat is really, really helpful, because the body takes a lot of energy to digest red meats. Plus, if they're not organic meats, you're ingesting a lot of the toxins, the antibiotics that has been fed to the animals that you're eating. So choices, better choices there in terms of the meats you're choosing will be very important in terms of detoxification. Taking good supplements, and I'm going to talk a little bit more at the end about the supplements. But these are things that you can do in terms of creating an environment for your body to release the toxins that it's ingested. Okay, tips that you can use to help your process, whatever you pick. Sometimes a general cleanse is the best to start with, because it covers all the elimination channels. And then you can pick like the liver, you can do a liver cleanse. And sometimes it's easy to do a liver cleanse because there are a lot of good supplements that target the liver. So as you're cleansing, you're changing your diet with your food and giving your body the chance that you don't keep taking in the toxins. So there's this thing, you're taking them in and the body can't eliminate them, and you get that backup, which really, really clouds the natural process of elimination. Removing the toxins and giving your body the chance to work to its natural pace will do a lot to really get the body flowing. Health is our most prized commodity, and most people don't realize it until they don't have it. So it's interesting when I said, you know, people spend a lot of money maintaining their cars and they don't spend a lot of time maintaining their bodies. But we're not born with replacement parts. Okay, we don't get the spare parts when we're born. We get one body, which is miraculous. The body is miraculous, and if the body is given what it needs, the body will heal itself. But we have to pay attention to it. So tips that can make your detox a little more effective. Water. Okay. Darlene talked about water. I would recommend that you drink alkaline water, because our water system is full of toxins, and we're only adding, a lot of the time when we're drinking the water, we're adding more toxins to the body. So alkaline water, you know, but if you can do it, do the alkaline water about at least 2 liters a day. We need to be flushing the toxins out of the body. The more we drink, the easier it is for the body to handle the toxins. Other things you can do, the lymph system is one of our drainage systems, and many times if your body is toxic, the lymph system is stuck, and sometimes it needs help to get unstuck and get the toxins flowing. So a lymph massage is a really good thing to add to your detox program. Epsom salt bath. If you've ever had any aches or pains, has anybody tried an Epsom salt bath? You do, amazing. Epsom salt bath, amazing, and it drains, it helps to eliminate the toxins out of your body. A very simple fix to do, anybody can do it, it's very inexpensive, and which is very effective in terms of eliminating toxins. Let's see, what else you can do?
I just recently heard that putting tea bags on, actual tea bags, like on your eyes or on your limbs, does that help?
I've heard it as a remedy for when your eyes are swollen.
Right.
Darlene will probably be able to explain the mechanics of it better than I can in terms of the tea, but I have heard the same thing, that it works detox tea. So let me see what other tips I have here. Epsom salt. Probiotics. Anybody familiar with probiotics? Very important. It's very important actually to add probiotics just to your normal dietary pattern, because it's very important to keep a healthy level of enzymes in the body, and our digestive system. Most people have more problems with their digestive system than any other area in the body. If you take probiotics when you're eating, it keeps up the normal flora level in your intestines. It helps the digestion, and it also helps elimination. So that's also very effective when you're doing a detox program. Let's see, what else we can do.
Would you agree that not all probiotics are the same?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because you need to have a certain percentage of live organisms in the probiotics. And I'm going to address the whole thing of nutrition when I finish this, because that's a really good point, and a lot of people are not familiar with it. So it's a very simple one. Breathing. Breathing. Our lungs are one of our channels of releasing toxins, and many of us shallow breathe and don't breathe properly. So very important to, just on a daily basis, to make sure that you're breathing properly, getting your lungs working the way they're supposed to.
You've got to breathe from the butt.
Breathe from your butt. I like that. We need lessons in how to do that, because we're taught to shallow breathe here. Saunas. Anybody ever tried a sauna? The Europeans are great for the saunas. And saunas are an amazing way, if you get the opportunity to do a sauna, because it's an amazing way to release toxins from the body. It's also an enjoyable way. Do you feel like you don't feel like you're detoxing, you just feel like you're relaxing. Vitamin C. Important to take plenty of vitamin C. It helps with detoxing the liver, so it also helps and fiber. We couldn't forget the fiber. Eating more fiber. Another thing that's very easy to incorporate into your daily diet, but the more fiber you take in, the better you're going to poop. You're going to eliminate, and you're not going to have the backup that we need. I think let's see, good multivitamins. Let's talk about good multivitamins. Because we're not eating the foods that we should be eating to get the nutrients and enzymes that our body needs to function, 99% of people are not eating enough fruits and vegetables and organic greens to get the natural ingredients that the body needs. It is very important to supplement. Now, there's a lot of discussion and a lot of controversy over multivitamins, but it's up to each individual to decide what path they want to take. Having said that, there are no regulations in the United States governing supplements. So many people are spending money on supplements that are, number one, not being absorbed into their system. Number two, do not have in the product what's stated on the label. And number three, have toxins in them where they have not been tested. In fact, a lot of research has been done on store brands, a lot of store brand products that ended up having their source, the toxins from the source materials ending up in the product. So my recommendation is that when you're taking multivitamins, that you buy them from a very reliable source. That you know that they're guaranteed, number one, that what's on the bottle is what you're getting in the product. And number two, that they have some form of testing done for their raw materials and the source products. That is really important, because otherwise, number one, you're wasting money because your body isn't absorbing them, but it is absorbing the toxins that are part of the raw materials in the product. So that's number one. Number two, free radicals in the body. We talk about free radicals or chemical compounds in the body. Free radicals, we need free radicals, we need a certain amount of them, because what they do is they create energy, they help us fight infections. But if we create too many free radicals, they attack healthy cells and they cause aging. Anybody concerned about aging of the body, both inside and outside? The best example of free radicals, the negative side of free radicals is rusting. Okay? Rusting. You all know, you've all seen a pipe that rusts. Okay? Well, that's what free radicals do in a negative sense in the cells in our body. So it's not a pretty picture. We need the balance. We need the right amount of free radicals to do the work that they need to do. But once we have too many of them, they're going to counteract the benefit and they're going to start aging. Most of the degenerative diseases that are out there today can be traced back to oxidation in the body. Now, how do we counter that? The good news is detoxification, detoxing your body on a regular basis, will help the body eliminate the toxins that are built up. But the other way is by increasing your antioxidant levels in the body. Your antioxidant levels will neutralize the negative free radicals and help to maintain that healthy level in the body. Now, I have a machine down here called the biophotonic scanner, which will in 90 seconds non-invasively measure your oxidation level in your body. And we normally the test costs $20, but because this is a special event, we're offering it as a gift to participants. So at the end of the talk, feel free to come back and we can measure your antioxidant level. It will also tell you if you're on supplements, whether those supplements are working or not, which is a really good biomarker to know your antioxidant level and then whether your supplements are working or not. So feel free to do that.